Naka-record na.
Okay lang, sir.
Alright, good afternoon sa mga...
Mas pa-accept daw yung iba.
Oh, na-accept na.
Okay po. Salamat, Pas.
Okay, accepted na siya. Oh.
Tsaka everybody's tuned in there.
Alright, so... Okay, siguro for the benefit of ngayon lang dumating, okay, let's recap a little bit. Okay, mabilis lang. Okay, we're talking about equipment and basic setup. So we started with this equipment. We needed a microphone, which is most of our churches we already have. What we don't have is where to connect the microphone, which is itong audio interface. So audio interface, this is a device that that converts analog signal to digital signal so that we could record our sound directly to the computer. Okay? So how do we connect the microphone to the computer is through this device called audio interface. Okay? So most of us doesn't have an audio interface, and this is one thing that we can buy. Okay? So iba-ibang klase, iba-ibang brand, iba-ibang presyo. So I've shared to them where to buy. Okay? And may isang store, online store na medyo mura siya. Dito kami nag-shop. Okay? Ang pangalan ng store is Thomann, Thomann. Okay? So we can discuss that later. And then the next thing that we discuss is, yes, this is to capture the audio. To capture the video, we need a video camera. Okay? And we need some lightings. Okay? So how do we connect all of this and how do we set it up? So I've shown them this picture. Okay, so if you observe the picture, there are several lighting setups and saan nilalagay yung lights. Okay, and we have this picture also. Okay, so I describe how it works. So kailangan talaga na lighted, maganda yung pagkakalight yung tao. Okay, so that when it is captured by the camera, tama yung exposure ng kanyang mukha. Okay, so it's important. Okay. Then we're into this now, itong picture na to. So imagine this chair is nandito yung nagtestimony or somebody is telling his story about how he encountered Christ. Okay, there are 3 lights also here. Nakita niyo yung key light, yung main light, which is yung opposite sa kanya. Then the hair light, yung sa likod, okay? Nakita niyo yung ilaw sa likod. And then there's another light that lighting up the background, okay? So as I've said, background is very important, in making this production, okay? So there are more of this, okay? There are more of this in YouTube. So I would really recommend in YouTube, try to watch, tutorials on how to set up, for example, an interview. Okay, how to set up pag meron kang if you are teaching online. So tuturuan nila tayo kung ano yung mga equipment, where to put the lights. Okay, ano yung setup ano yung setup ng ating camera, for example. So all of these other informations can be taken from the internet for free, okay, sa YouTube. Okay, so what I'm sharing here this afternoon or tonight is just simply the basic setup and the equipment that we might be needing. Okay, so here's another picture. Okay, so now the person, itong tao na to, tapos nakikita niyo yung boom stand na malaki na may microphone. Okay, so that is there are many ways of setting up the microphone. Okay, so when you are making a video, kahit gaano kaganda ng quality ang video nyo, pag ang audio niya ay hindi maganda, ay less appealing siya at saka hindi siya professional yung dating. Okay, so to make it really professional, ang pinakamalaking bagay doon is yung audio, yung microphone. So, a common way of miking a person is yan. Kung nakikita niyo yan, yung picture na yan. Itong malaking stand na to, boom stand nito, is it can also be, this is available dyan sa Kubar. So, we can buy this stand. This costs around 440 reals. Okay, this is a very quite expensive na stand. So this is another way of miking the person. However, there's other ways of miking the person. Okay, so hindi lang ganito. Other ways is to really the person will be holding a mic. So, example yung kung nandun tayo sa ating service, of course, yung most of us naman pag nagpi-preach tayo, we're holding a mic, di ba? So that would be good enough. Okay? So another way is to put this mic on a stand, di ba? And then katulad ng ginagawa natin sa DDU, preaching sa DDU. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung preacher, merong mic na nakalagay sa kanya in front of him with a stand. Okay? And there's also another way is to use lavalier mics. Are you familiar with lavalier mics? Ito yung mics na maliliit na nilalagay dito sa...
Amen.
Dito siya. Okay? So, there are mics. Itong mics na to, may mga mura nito. The professional one that is cheap to buy, yung brand niya is Boya, B-O-Y-A. So, you can write it down. B-O-Y-A, Boya. Okay, so they only cost like 100 reals. Okay, and then pwede na natin silang gamitin. Okay, and then connected to our audio interface, and audio interface is connected to the internet. So pag nakita natin, ang recording natin actually is dalawa, no separately. We record the audio separately, and we will record the video separately. Okay? So hindi siya recording na ka-capture niya lahat one time. So your computer, your audio interface, your microphone is capturing the audio and it's recording the audio, while your camera is recording the video. Then later on, sa tinatawag natin post-production, i-combine natin itong dalawa, ang video at saka yung audio. Okay? Yung audio, yung good quality audio at saka yung high definition na video, i-combine natin. Tapos yung video audio ng camera, yung original audio ng camera ay hindi na natin gagamitin yan. So isi-sync natin itong audio niya na recorded from the computer at yung video, isi-sync yan through a software. Okay? So, yan ang process. So, talking about software, okay, by the way, before we move on, do you have any questions?
Wala po.
Silence means no. Okay. All right, so let's move on. So, I think naintindihan. Okay, so how do we do this? Okay, so meron tayong mga softwares na kailangan nating we have to get familiar with. Some are free and some are not free. Okay, so dito sa DDU, we're using two softwares. Itong DaVinci Resolve Studio 16, which is a free version. Libre po ito. And the other one is we're using the Final Cut Pro. Okay? Ang Final Cut Pro is para it will only run in MacBooks. Okay, kung sino sa inyo nagmo-MacBook, okay, the Final Cut Pro can run into, it will only run into MacBook, but this is the best software. Okay, so I would highly recommend Final Cut Pro, okay, kasi user-friendly siya, kaya at saka ang dami niyang pwedeng magawa, madali siyang gamitin, madali siyang intindihin. Okay, pero this software costs around more than 1,000 reals, 1,000 reals. Okay, then you have to use a MacBook computer. Now the other one is free version, DaVinci Resolve, free ito na version. But yet you have to go through kailangan mo tong pag-aralan because this is quite a very complicated and very intimidating na software. Okay? So, pag-aralan mo talaga ito sa YouTube. So, thank God for YouTube. So, kung wala tayong pambili ng Final Cut Pro, okay, wala tayong pambili ng MacBook, okay, PC lang meron tayo, okay, you download DaVinci Resolve. So, this is what I'm going to suggest. Tonight, please download this software, DaVinci Resolve Studio, and try to look at how it looks like, no? And then just play with it. Okay, so yun yung mga software na video editing software that we're using. There's other lots of software. Actually, maraming softwares mga kapatid. Okay, feel free to choose which one. Pero itong DaVinci at saka itong Final Cut Pro, ito po yung ginagamit ng mga professionals. Okay, there is a studio version na DaVinci Resolve Studio which you have to buy. Okay, and but the free version is actually ano na siya, very powerful software na siya. So, yung lahat na ating videos, music videos, nakikita nyo ba yung music videos natin every week sa DDO page? Lahat yun ay inedit using DaVinci Resolve. Okay? So, ganun siya. Next is audio editor. So, meron tayong video editor. So, kailangan din natin ng audio editor. Now, sa DDU, we are using Logic Pro. Nakita itong Logic Pro X. Now, this is a professional software also. Okay? Because we are using MacBooks sa ating mga productions sa DDU. So, this will only run in MacBook. Okay? So, Logic Pro X, and this software is also an expensive software. It costs around 1,000 reals. Okay? Pero ito yung software na ginagamit ng mga professionals, lalo-lalo sa hip-hop and R&B world. Yan yung kanilang, that's how they make music. And this is the same software that we're using. But, of course, this is expensive and it requires a MacBook Pro. You can use Audacity. Okay? Itong Audacity, it will run on all PCs and MacBook. It will run. And this is a free software. Okay? Libreng software ito siya, Audacity. So you can download this and get yourself familiar with it. Okay? And there are basic things. Pagdating sa audio editing, mga kapatid, kasi yung recorded na audio from the microphone, pag nag-record yan, hindi pa yan siya, hindi pa yan refined. You still have to edit the audio so that you can boost the volume. You can apply compressions, okay? And you can apply mga tinatawag natin na yung mga audio effects, okay? So, sa advance na natin na training yan, pag meron na kayong software, meron na kayong equipment, then we can talk about, I can teach you how to mix audio, okay? So, yung microphone, as I said, pag na-record mo na yan, that's not the end of it. Okay, you have to edit most of it. You have to apply tinatawag nilang compression, and you have to apply ng equalization. Okay, may ini-equalize yan. And limitations. Okay, so these are mga tools ito sa audio so that you can come up with a really, really good quality audio. So yan ang Audacity. Now, when you buy certain equipments, for example, yung audio interface, when you buy some audio interface like yung Focusrite, meron siyang kasamang software, libreng software. And sometimes, the most common na libreng software itong Ableton. Okay? Yung Ableton. So, when you purchase the audio interface and it already has a free software on it, then you can use that software and try to get yourself familiar with the software. Okay? So yun po ang ating kailangan na mga gamit, hardware and software-wise, so that we could start the internet media ministry. Okay. Do you have any questions? I think this is the end of my slide.
Wala po.
So are we all clear?
Okay lang, Pas.
Okay, okay lang. Okay, so bibigyan ko kayo ng assignment. By the way, ang next natin na training pala is practical. Okay? Practical training. So, first things first is that I would recommend that you download those softwares muna sa computer nyo and then try to look at it. Okay? Play around with it kung ano yung nagagawa niya. And the next thing is we will schedule for a practical session. So, how do we do this? We have sessions here in Bethel every Sunday and every Saturday. Okay? So, kung libre kayo, kung sino man sa inyo ang libre, you're available on Saturday, please come to Bethel. We will be doing a recording session between 9 o'clock to 12. Okay? So, ipapakita natin sa inyo kung paano natin ginagawa yung ating music video. Okay? Nandun yung lahat ng mga equipment. Okay? Yung lighting setups. And we can be, kung nandito kayo, we can be able to, I could be able to teach you how the different equipment works and how you put them together. Okay?
Yan po sa inyo yan, Pastor.
Opo, sa Bethel po.
So it is mag-i-start na po siya bukas po pwedeng magpunta.
Yes, whoever is available tomorrow, okay, just PM me.
Anong oras, Pas?
Ang oras is 9 to 12.
Umaga?
Don't worry po
Umaga.
mga kapatid. Free yata yung lunch kasi up to 12 eh.
Okay, so 9
Pero,
Morning.
Pas,
morning.
pwede rin bang i-zoom yan, Pas?
I-zoom pwede. Oo, nga pala no.
Oo,
Pwede nating i-zoom. So
Kasi malayo
para
kami.
naka-standby lang yung yung camera and you just observe us yung pag-set up and so pwede ko yan kasi nga pa kasi nasa Riyadh kayo eh. Okay. So let's assign tomorrow na mag-zoom para makikita natin yung makikita nyo yung setup. Okay? Okay. But I would recommend ng mga taga-Kubar, kung available ko yung Saturday, join us sa Bethel and then spend some hours in observation lang. Observe lang tayo. Observe kung how do we do it. Then the other schedule is on Sunday. Okay? Sunday evening. That would be from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Sunday. Ang Sunday, dyan po namin nire-record ang preaching. So, since na wala pa tayo sa music production, ang Riyadh actually is, they're into music production na. Okay? And nandun na sila sa level na yun. So, the rest of us, preaching lang muna, teaching, recording, yung hindi muna ang music, ang recording is, I'm inviting you on Sunday in between 7 to 9 o'clock. Okay? So, please come so that you could observe how our preachings are being recorded.
Amen.
Amen? So, bukas sa recording sessions Kuya Fidel, namin i-zoom. I will send you the link.
Okay po. Salamat po.
Sige po. Alright, mga kapatid, do you have any other question before we close our training sessions? Okay ba kayo sa practical natin? So yung practical natin is ganun lang muna yung schedules natin ha. I would greatly encourage everyone to come para makikita niyo yung talagang actual na recording sessions. Okay? And then you can call me pag meron na kayong mga equipment, if you need advice, please you can call me. You can message me. So doon natin pag-uusapan yung hindi natin napag-uusapan ngayon. Okay? Actually, ang dami pa eh. Kasi how to set up those equipments, but once na kumpleto na lahat, nakakapag-practical na, the next training that we're going to do is yung editing. Okay? So how to use the softwares. Yung DaVinci, for example, DaVinci Resolve, how to use this one. So yun pong sa sunod natin pag-uusapan. Okay, and the last part of this training is publishing. So how do we publish it? Okay, so Kuya Kiko will be explaining to us how Facebook works, okay, and how YouTube works. Okay, so kasi ipapublish natin yung ating content, okay, sa church nyo through our groups, okay, and paano natin to ipapublish doon sa social media platforms. All right. Wala na talagang question?
Sa actual na po.
Sa actual na? Okay, praise the Lord. Okay. So, what about yung iba? Hindi ko narinig yung the rest of us. Kumusta kayo mga kapatid? Joey, Micah, Kuya Ray, okay lang kayo dyan?
Okay lang po, Pas.
Praise God.
Amin, Coach.
Amen. So, amen. So, kung wala na, let us close this with prayer. And nandun si Pastor Joe, no? Kuya Joe, can you bless us with a prayer as we end up this?
Amen po. Tayo po'y manalangin.
Amen.
O Amang Diyos na makapangyarihan sa lahat, maraming salamat po Panginoon sa training na ito na ini-impart po sa amin, Panginoon. Ang dalangin po namin o Diyos, ito po Panginoon ay patuloy na magamit sa palaganap ng inyong mga salita, Panginoon. At salamat po Panginoon sa kay Pastor Adonai, Panginoon. Patuloy mo siyang gamitin sa larangan ng iyong ministry, Panginoon. At gayon din po ang mga kasama ko pa, Panginoon, na nag-a-attend ng mga training na ito ay nawa, Panginoon, ay matutunan namin po, Panginoon, ng mabuti, Panginoon, at pagpalain mo ang bawat isang, Panginoon. Maraming salamat po, O Diyos, at gayon din po sa aming mga mahal sa buhay, Panginoon. Patuloy mong ipadama sa kanila ang inyong pag-ibig, Panginoon, at ang inyong pag-iingat. Kaya po, Panginoon, ang lahat ng pasalamat, papuri, ay tanging sa inyo lamang. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen po.
Amen
Good
po.
night. Okay.
Good night.
Tonight, ipa-plug in ko pala yung preaching series natin, if you've been following, is called Final Destination. Okay? And those are topics that pertains to the end times. So please promote it sa ating mga kaibigan, makasama sa church, so that maintindihan natin kung what is the Bible has to say with the end of times. Okay? So yun po yung purpose ng ating preaching series. So 8 o'clock tonight. Amen?
Amen po. Amen
Okay, God bless po.
God bless po, everyone.
Thank you po. God bless everyone.
Salamat po.
Good night. See you later at 8 p.m.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you po.
Bless po.